Hello, welcome to the new section. This is the section of regular expressions Java development course. Today we're going to talk about regular expressions introduction. Follow our social media and let's move on. Talking about the regular expression, it's not going to be something harmful for you because you've used it not in a direct way. I can say it was in an implicit way. When you were coding a day using Java. Regular expression is usually abbreviated to Regex. Welcome to the class and let's go. What a regular expression is just an API to define a pattern for defining, searching or manipulating strings. Only that. Most part of the time it's used to validate email addresses, passwords, IDs, or any string that follows a pattern. For example, an email address, you know that you have the name at something dot something. So it's a pattern that it follows, and as a developer you have to define what pattern that string should follow, and you can manipulate the string, search if it really matches or not, and more. Java Regex API provides one interface and three classes. Java doesn't have a built-in regular expression class, but we can import the Java util.regex package. For our first lessons, we're not going to import this. This package includes the classes pattern class that's going to define a pattern, matcher class that's used to search for the pattern, to make a match on text using pattern syntax exception class that indicates syntax error in regular expression. I want to share with you some websites where you can just Google for information, read, and they are going to be available for you, since they told pretty much everything that a Java developer needs to know about regular expression. The first website I want to share with you is Java Point. This website has many info about Java development. You can come here and walk through. Now that we're talking about Java regular expressions, here we have info about regular expression. You can see some methods that we are going to be using, the description here, the pattern class, some methods, the description, some examples here. The second one is Geeks for Kicks. This is a ultimate website to navigate when we talk about Java development. Here you can find explicit information about Java, Regex, and finally but not the least, Vogila. It's another website that I recommend you to Google info about regular expression. Now let me open the environment and let's write some code. We are here. The first thing that I'm going to do is create a string, and right there we are working with regular expressions. Okay, let's create a string and say first string. This is going to be equal to we are working with regular expressions dot, and here we have. Let's print out the information of our string. First string, let's print its building. We have here our output. Now let's create a string that's going to replace all the characters E in our string. First string, save it in another string and bring to our console. Let's create a string and say another string. This is going to be equal to first string dot replace all. Okay, replace all takes as first parameter a string that is the regular expression, and this expression is going to be what we want to find in our string. Then the second string is the replacement string. The replacement string is the value that we want to attribute to what is going to be matched in our string that goes according to our regex string. So let's replace all what? We're going to replace all that is E by A, B, C, D. Then let's print out another string. So what we hope to have is W. What is E is going to become A, B, C, D. A, R, A, B, C, D, working with R, A, B, C, D, gular, A, B, C, D, X, P, R, E, it's not going to be E, but A, B, C, D, S, S, I, O, N, S. Let's build to confirm if that's going to happen or not. Introduction. Yes, W, A, B, C, D, R, A, R, A, B, C, D, working with R, A, B, C, D, gular, A, B, C, D, express, A, B, C, D, double S, I, O, N, S. It doesn't make sense, but yes, we've used it a regular expression. So this method replace all is going to take all the occurrences of E and replace by A, B, C, D. Okay, what we did until now is to use the literal matching string, and with this operation we can achieve many sophisticated ends. To enrich our experience, we're going to use the character class and boundary match. Okay, let's go create a new string here. Let's create a string and say test string. Here we're going to write something like source com example my package, something random. Okay, this was not random because I got from here in front of my screen. Source com example, okay, my package. Okay, let's imagine this string or not. I'm going to take a bath. I'm going to take a bath. No. Okay, in this string let's use the character class to change any character that's inside by X. Let's use it. If you want to see before we code, let's go to one of those classes that I showed you. Classes, no, but documents. Let's come here and see. First thing that we're going to be using is that represents a single character. Let's come here and replace all the characters by X. Let's say system out test string that replace all the character class that by what X. Simple. What we hope to have is only X. Here we have X. We've selected the test string, which is this one, and everything was replaced by X. Everything was replaced by X. So here we hope to see how many X's. We hope to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 even empty spaces. Okay, now let's write that A and look for. So it's going to replace what? Every A. Okay, let's see how it was. Now let's see another class that is going to first find the matching string with a certain argument and replace that part that matched the start of the string with some value. Okay, so in other words, the beginning of our string is going to match with the argument. Let's now save this project and system out. Here test the string and replace all we want. All that's going to start with I am, and let's replace it to you are. Let's run it and see. You are going to take a bath. If I had written here I something else, what happens that our program won't change this I am to you are, because even if it starts with I, YAM is not at the start of our string. So we are going to have only I'm going to take a bath. So all must match. And now let's see how we can replace a certain string that ends with a certain pattern to have an argument that we want. System out, test string. What we have to do now is use the $sign. For example, we have here the string expressions dot. What we want to do is to replace that part with final. For example, let's write expressions dot $sign. We want to test if this string ends with expressions dot, and if yes, we want to replace with final. Let's see if this is going to happen. It shouldn't be test string, it should be first string. Test string is using I'm going to take a bath, that's why it didn't replace first string and replace it. Let's run it again and see. Okay, we have we are working with regular expressions dot. Okay, it should be expressions, that's why it didn't change anything. But here we have expressions dot and we have final. Okay, here we are working with regular final. Now let's see another interesting thing. Suppose that we want to match specific letters in our string. For example, we want to change here every A that's followed by M or K. Well, how we want to match specific letters, we will have to use square brackets. Let's see that in practice. The first thing, we're just going to match every sequence that starts with A, M or AK. So let's take our test string that replace all A, and then any A that's going to be followed by what? By M or by K. We want to change it to what? T. Okay, so what we hope to have here, let's see the result. I T. What happened? It changed the AM to T. Okay, going to T here. So AK was replaced by upper T. Here is how we can change. With regular expressions we can still do many things. This was just introduction, and keep following us.